This is After the Credits Show. I'm Metal D, and this is Matthew McConaughey. He is not. This is Mike. We're here to review a movie that we both recently saw, and it's called The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I was putting this one off for a while because it was 3 hours long.
Yeah, that is always something I take into consideration when I go to the theater.
You know, but I'll be honest with you, this 3 hours went by pretty good. I have to say, I was very impressed.
I went to this movie with my grandfather, who begged me to go to it with him. He slept through most of it. What he didn't sleep through, he went to the bathroom during, and I told him he's not allowed to go to 3 hour movies with me anymore. P.S. We only paid $5 each to get in.
Fair enough. And I saw it later on in that day by myself, but that's all right.
Yeah.
But wow, what a movie this was. Talk about, where should we start? You got Leonardo DiCaprio, who plays this Wall Street tycoon character. It's
a Martin Scorsese movie, and Leonardo DiCaprio is the lead. I feel like I've never seen that before.
Oh yeah, it's stunning.
Never.
He's just surrounded by debaucherous characters. Is that a good word?
Tits, vag, cocaine.
Yeah, you name it.
Booze.
Yep.
Whatever you want, Leo's got it for you.
Lubes.
Yeah.
Quaaludes. Yeah, you name it.
Especially the lemon lubes.
Yes. Wow. There was a lot of debauchery in this movie. A lot of it. And
this movie kind of celebrates debauchery to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You do learn the ramifications later on in the movie, but the first part of the movie is all celebration of it.
Pretty much. Well, I thought the whole thing, all the way through it was.
True.
Even toward the end, it was.
To a certain extent. I mean, it showed you what happens, that you lose people from your life because of it, and there are ramifications.
It does. Yeah, it does. Did you think at any point during this movie that it was kind of beat over your head with a hammer type situation because of all of it?
A little bit. I feel like this movie could have been cut down to 2 hours.
Yeah.
That they kind of had to keep reinforcing what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, it was just driven.
But I also could see from the aspect, the people you had in this movie and the performances they were given, why would you want to cut any of it?
That's true. That's true.
You look at Jonah Hill, you look at Matthew McConaughey, you look at Leonardo DiCaprio, you look at Ethan Suplee. Everybody's putting in these great performances.
Right.
What do you cut?
Yeah, exactly. No, I understand that.
Whereas I'd much rather have too much of something than
I don't know. I just felt as though that after a while it was okay. I get the point. I got the point. I understand now. Okay. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna do something else with drugs. Okay. Oh boy. Here we go.
But I feel like with this movie, where some 3 hour movies go wrong, The Hobbit, that whenever I started to feel like, okay, this is dragging on a little too much, we got a really interesting side story. Or we got a really funny moment to bring you back in, to make you give a shit.
Sure.
Whereas in movies like The Hobbit, I'm like, okay, I don't care anymore.
Right. There was a lot of walking being done in that movie.
Yeah, there were 3 movies about walking already, now we got a 4th.
Yeah. And,
there's probably walking in that 5th one.
All in all, though...
You know who doesn't walk? This guy.
I understood. I mean, he's got...
Except for on water, motherfuckers.
I don't know, I like this movie, but I just felt as though it was almost a sledgehammer type effect to me. That after a while, I think I became numb. There's another movie out there that's sort of down this same vein, it's called American Hustle. You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen
it. Between the two, I think I liked American Hustle a little bit more than I did this one. I liked all the performances in it, like you said, Leonardo DiCaprio. Jonah Hill was fantastic, and his big white teeth. I thought, there was nothing wrong with that. I just felt as though it just was almost.
I also, with this movie, got a feeling of the movie with Vin Diesel, Boiler Room, and Giovanni Ribisi.
Sure.
And
that was a fantastic movie.
That was one movie that I was reminded of, and the movie Rogue Trader, which probably nobody's heard of, starring Ewan McGregor.
I don't think I've seen that one either.
But that's what I got the
Boiler
feeling
Room,
of.
yeah, Boiler Room was good. I enjoyed that one. All in all, I thought it was good. And was it worth the 3 hours? Yeah, it finally was worth the 3 hours.
Do you think it has a big shot at the Oscars?
I think that some of the performances might have a shot.
But overall, probably not the film?
Probably not. I really don't think so. I think, because there's two films that are kind of like that, and that's American Hustle and this one.
So they kind of cancel each other out.
I think that, in a way, they do, but I think that American Hustle, I think, is a better movie. Not to say that this was a bad movie, but American Hustle, I think, was better.
And what would you give this movie for a grade overall?
I'm going to give it probably, I'm a big Scorsese fan, don't get me wrong on this, but I'm going to give this movie a B. I'd like to give it a little bit higher of a grade, but like I said, I felt like I was being pummeled by all of the debauchery that was going on. After about 5 or 6 times of what I go back to the midget scene.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I got it.
True.
I just felt as though it was like a sledgehammer effect to me, and it just kind of weighed down on me that, okay, I got the point, so it felt like it was, redoing itself over and over again to me. But I'll give it a B. I thought it was well done all the way around, except for that time.
My grade is going to be close to yours. One of the big things I look at when I'm grading a movie is rewatchability. If I feel the need to rewatch this movie as soon as it comes out on DVD, or if this is a movie I need to watch at least once a year, then it usually gets an A. Now, this movie, while good, it's not something that as soon as it comes out on DVD I need to rent it or buy it,
right,
or anything like that. But if it was on cable and I had the channel on, I'd watch it, which is why I'm giving it a B-.
There you go. Fair enough.
Which is a fair grade for this movie. I mean, It definitely isn't an A movie. It's not something that I've wanted to devote 3 hours to at least once a week to watch.
Those of you out there that have seen this movie, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on the movie.